Welcome back, everybody, to My Last Brain Cell, your mother's favorite podcast. And now that I said that, I've realized that I've never even gone into any type of detail about where that came from. I'm sure it seems really, really random, like your mother's favorite pod. What is that? What does that really mean? So when I was in college, I made a mixtape. I don't mean like just like a compilation of music. I mean, with someone who used to be a friend, found like random beats made by rappers or that rappers rapped over, and I made my own songs to them, right? And at the time, a lot of rappers had like gimmicky things about them. So my thing, at 17, 18, 19 years old was I'm your mother's favorite rapper, right? And in my head it made sense because it's like I'm young enough to where, people will like me, but at the same time, I'm not just saying a bunch of random chaotic nonsense that your parents might also enjoy my music. And what made me think of that is my mom growing up, she was never she was never really a fan of rap music or the music my brother and I prefer to listen to. And then one day, she decided to buy my brother and I um, the Carter 3. So this had to be '08 or '09. I don't remember when the Carter 3 came out, but she bought us the album, right? And I'm pretty sure, I think I still have it to this day. It's either at her house or I think I might have it here. But she bought us the Carter 3, and we put it in the radio in the house, and we kind of just played it throughout the day, right? Like it wasn't, just something my brother and I listened to in our room. We had a two-bedroom apartment, so it wasn't like my brother and I would just listen to it in our room. My mom like had it like in the living room, like radio, and she was like playing it. And she told my brother and I, she was like, I'll be honest with you guys, I actually really like this album. We were like, what? And she was like, yeah, it's because like he's not just cursing to curse, right? Like it all feels like it all makes sense. A lot of the rappers that you guys, the music you guys listen to, it feels like they just curse just to curse, and this doesn't feel like that. And mind you, Lil Wayne's songs are anything but clean. Like I'm pretty sure Carter 3 had Pussy Monster on it, if I'm not mistaken. So like for her to say that, it was kind of jarring, but also kind of like, okay, mom, I see you. But anyway, I've carried that kind of like mindset for a while now, where it's like, if you can be good enough where people's parents will like you, like a generation that differs from your own, then you're set. Ergo, your mother's favorite podcast. I just gave you a little bit of lore, so I hope you appreciate it. And if you don't, oh well, my show. I do what I want. Anyway, you know it. I got a question of the day. Today's question of the day, while we're talking about childhood, what did success look like to you as a child or when you were younger, right? Like when I was younger, you were successful if you had a fridge that dispensed water. If you had a house and slash or a fridge that dispensed water, you were successful. If you had a car, you were successful, right? And it's really funny now being an adult. Like I don't have a fridge that dispenses water. I just drink filtered water. But I have a car. I don't have a house. But I've realized that that is not what success is at all. Some things, like a car, for the most part, depending on where you live, it's not something that can be seen as like, yeah, I wanted to get a car. In some places, it's a necessity. Like growing up in New York City, I genuinely did not need a car. I could take public transportation and I can get around just fine, no worries, right? But now, living upstate, they don't, or Western New York, whatever, public transportation here is nowhere near as reliable as it was back home. So I had to have a car. And actually I didn't get a car out here. I got it when I lived in Colorado because again, public transportation out there damn near non-existent. It was a joke, and there was no way I was going to be able to survive, ooh, without having a car while I was out there. So yeah. But yeah, I'm curious to know, what did nice success look like to you when you were a kid? And while you are hopefully writing in the comments the answer to that question, let's move on to pick your poison. You know, the more I look at this tower, I'm getting more nervous. I feel like I'm doing the same plays as yesterday, but I'm not sure. I kind of want to preemptively count, you know, how many layers we have so far. Actually, let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're at 22 right now. And yesterday we got to 24. So the goal again is to try and beat yesterday's top height. And honestly, I'm not feeling super confident because a lot of these blocks feel more stuck than they did yesterday. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. All right, pick your poison. Let's see what the cards are saying today. Boy, oh boy. Be unable to remember anyone's name. Honestly, for the most part, I feel like when it comes to meeting new people, I don't retain their names anyway, unless they are of like super importance. Like, unless I have to remember your name, I probably won't. But anyway, forget how to speak your native tongue. Or I don't know why I read the word tongue. Forget how to speak your native language is what it says. My brain just said the word tongue. Leave the country and never return for the remainder of your life. Okay, let's break all three down because honestly, that last one. All right, be unable to remember anyone's name. Like I said, so I used to be a manager at a supermarket and I had a lot of employees. And I had so many employees that there were some that I had just never met because of when they were working, right? And I maybe saw them once or twice in my tenure, right? So there were a lot of people whose names like my other employees would tell me and I'd be like, totally forgot. Totally forgot. Ah, yes. So I'm not horrible with names. Like if I have to lock in your name, I can do so pretty well. But if I'm getting like an influx of names thrown at me, chances are I'm forgetting at least one or two of them. Like if you gave me, if I was introduced to 6 people in a day, I'm gonna say I'll probably remember 4 out of the 6 names confidently. The fifth name I might be shaky on, and the sixth name there's no way. So I think that's still a pretty good amount, right? That's still passing 4 out of 6, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, so that's that one. Forget how to speak your native language. I only know how to speak English. It doesn't say forget your native language. I just can't speak it. So in my head, I'm rationalizing it as I can still write and understand English. So that just means I'm mute for the most part. So that one isn't as bad. Leave the country and never return for the remainder of your life. Living abroad wouldn't be that bad, right? I mean, my family would have to come visit me because I can never return here. It's basically like banishment. But I feel like, oh, nice. I do think, I guess the question is, where would I go? If I couldn't return here in a perfect world, I honestly, maybe I go to Africa. And I know to some of y'all probably like, why? Like, I would love to. My mom and my uncle have been to Africa before, and they always talk about how beautiful it is. And I think I could live there. Um, if I had to choose somewhere else, really, really random, I would want to say Japan. And Japan was the first thought, but I wanted to say Africa because I genuinely feel like I would have the better experience there. Although, as an anime fan, I do think Japan would also be pretty cool, but for different reasons. But yeah, so being unable to remember anyone's name, like I said, I already have that affliction, so I'm gonna go ahead and omit that card. Forget how to speak my native language or leave the country and never return for the remainder of my life. One of the things when it comes to leaving the country, like I moved from New York to Colorado on a whim damn near, and that wasn't as bad, right? Because I could kind of figure out how to like migrate pretty easily because it's still America. But to leave the country, I think that would be a harder culture shock to overcome. So because of that hurdle in and of itself, I'll forget how to speak English. That's fine. I'll be mute and I'll have to type, and hopefully people don't want to talk to me because they know I can't hold a proper conversation. but I can still have good communication skills as long as we're texting or whatever. So yeah, I'll forget how to speak my native language. Which one are you guys picking? And are you guys good with names? And if you are, do you have tips or tricks to remember people's names? Put those in the comments too. And while you're down there, we're gonna go ahead and move to the Wheel of Fun. Once again, I have to hold this up so I don't drop this tower. All right, let's go. Nice healthy spin. What we got? Something random. Hey, y'all know when it's something random, you know I'm gonna talk about me some anime. So first and foremost, today is Thursday. Happy Friday Junior to all of you. So with that said, today we got the newest chapter of Kaiju number 8. And boy, oh fucking boy, if you are not reading Kaiju number 8, you need to get your life in order because they are snapping. I am so grateful that we live in an age where there's an abundance of anime and manga and just stories in general for you to pick because Kaiju number 8 is sick. The chapter that dropped today was incredible. Incredible. The artist, the mangaka who's been dropping, who illustrates and authors this story, amazing. Like they were on a run for months with banger chapter after banger chapter after banger chapter, and it was sick. And then, me and my friend knew it was coming because what they used to do, they used to drop like a chapter every couple of weeks, but then like every like 2 or 3 chapters they would release like a showcase, which was just like a collation of art that they had put together instead of a regular traditional chapter. And it used to piss me off so bad, but it's been to a point now where we've been getting so many chapters back to back to back that I've just been waiting for the showcase to come. And it came and I was like, damn it. But then we got the chapter today and it was a real chapter. Oh, it was 23 panels of or pages of just beauty. We got a nice backstory, like to kind of flesh out Kafka's character more, which was I thought pretty nice and cool because it gave his character a little bit more depth, and you know him being a non-traditional MC in that he's an adult as opposed to a teenager. It was really cool for me to see him talking to the kid and him like, yo, I know this ain't what you thought it was gonna be, but we're here now and I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do. And the kid in him was like, say no more, player, let's do it. And it was really nice to see because even as adults now, like I'm sure that there are some of us out there who uh uh do certain things to appease the kid in us or feel like we might be letting the kid in us down. I feel like we all need to remember that the kid in us, you know, they were filled with delight and wonder, but they probably still be really proud of us because we came a very long way from when we were them. So keep that in mind. But anyway, yeah, the chapter was fire. And then at the end of the chapter, we got the reveal of Kafka's next form. That shit was fire. I can't wait to see it in action and like its full figure when the next chapter drops in a couple of weeks. But that chapter today was insane. I want to put the picture in here of his form, but I also don't want to spoil it for those of you who are probably going to go check it out. So make sure you. Oh no, what am I doing? So make sure you go do that. Yeah, make sure you go read that chapter. What else? Obviously, it's the brand new season of anime, so we've gotten 2 episodes of Solo Leveling that have been just nonstop fire. Like the first episode was really good, and the second episode was just phenomenal. The action, the choreography, yeah, that was a work of art of an episode. And then we got Sakamoto Days. Oh, I'm so glad that it came out. I hope that you guys have been tuning in or have tuned into the first episode of Sakamoto Days. I don't know how many episodes we're getting. It's on Netflix, not Crunchyroll. So if you're looking for it, make sure you go to Netflix. You know, pretty accessible these days. So if you have Netflix, go watch Sakamoto Days, man. Go give it support because I promise you, you will be in for a treat the longer the story is allowed to go. I promise, I promise, I promise. Yeah, man. What else do we get? Oh, today, another good day. Another good thing dropped today. We got the second season of Castlevania Nocturne. Really excited. I started the first episode while I was at the gym doing my cardio. And I obviously I obviously don't know what to expect, but from what I've seen, this is gonna be a really good season. They're already on smoke, so I'm really excited to see where this goes. Oh man, y'all. I don't know what else to do here. I think we're once again in a standstill at a point where it's like I can't take no more. Because if I do, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8. So I can I'm like, how you gonna do that? Yo. It's so interesting being one person playing Jenga because at the end of the day, I'm the one who has to clean it up. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like there's someone else who can, oh, goodness gracious, take the blame. Y'all, like, there are bricks in here that I know are probably viable, but they're just lodged because of the weight distribution. It's just, I mean, how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. We're building the 25th layer. And I think I'm going to have to just go for it and let the tower fall. Because this is 24.1, not even a full 25. Are you fucking crazy, bro? I'm the best. Are you kidding me? Fuck out of here. Yeah. All right. I got to complete this last row. I need 25. Wow, I just pulled that thing out like it was nothing. That was crazy. I don't know who I think I am. Fuck out of here. I am the best. All right. It's going to fall this time for sure. Like, there's no. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Do we want to make it like dramatic? Because it's going to fall now. Do we want a dramatic fall or do we want to still see if I can like risk it for the biscuit? That's not going anywhere. That's not going anywhere. Anyway, let's make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Like I've been asking, Mission 1K. Please, please, please. Ah, man. There's still one more thing anyway. You can't go nowhere. Hold on. Like, this is cool, but like I said, I still got to clean it up. Anyway, how can I forget? We got the Slice of Buffalo coming. Today's Thursday, which means we got an episode Saturday. And that means basically y'all get 2 episodes on Saturday because you get the Slice of Buffalo episode and you get the regular episode. Let's see where we going. Pizza oven. I'm really excited for pizza oven. And full disclaimer or disclosure, I've had pizza oven before. I've had their slices, like just like walk in, go get a slice because they're local to me. But I haven't had a fresh baked pie. So I am really excited to see what they have to offer. Please make sure you stop by on Saturday for both episodes. I think it'll be podcast episode 83, and it'll be Slice of Buffalo, I think number 9 or 10. I don't remember. But like, comment, subscribe. Please, please, please tell a friend to tell a friend. We are on the road to Mission 1K. I appreciate all of you. Thanks for tuning in and stopping by. This is King Echo signing off.